Welcome back to another episode of Being Sexy and Playing Video Games. Today we'll continue my The Roottrees Are Dead series with this second episode. In the last episode, we were able to unlock the first 9 Roottrees and spoke to the mysterious little figure. Riot girl. Okay. How do I get out of this? Okay, what if I like house? Okay. Let's continue with this one. In the last episode, we unlocked the first 9 characters. We're gonna keep doing that. We're gonna unlock as many characters as we can at the 1 hour mark-ish and wrap that up. So we're gonna lock it in. We already read all this. Oh, we did not read all this. What the fuck? By skimming the information, the castles, but she hardly ever mentions them. Her father, who was always referred to Pop, was a head lawyer. Okay, so now we got another one. Because it's castle. It's clear from context that the Roottrees have internal shorthand names for the different generations of their family. Lauren uses them often. 5Ps, the first generation of children by Gwyneth and Elias. Lauren's father was in this generation. The next generation, Lauren's generation. The Free Spirits, the generation after Lauren's, including her son. It says he was cousins with the next, and they're in the next generation. This one is you. Because they were cousins, and they said in that one thing that since Clark's dad wasn't around, his father raised Clark and them as brothers, and his name was James Roottree. We got Diamond, singer, artist. We got this one and the D. Wait, this one? Wait, no, I don't think I put that in. Let me take that off. I think this one's Jane because it has the option to put a picture, so that must be Jane. And they had a daughter, and then they had the son, and we do know their names, Wolf, and we're gonna put student, and we're gonna put Andy, and artist. Okay. 1, 2. Blood relatives. We have 1. This should count as 1. I don't know about that one. Should it count as 1? Okay. All that's left for the stars are Gwyneth, I guess, and the other one on that thing. Yes, I know I'm still not done with this one, but I need to fully finish Miracle Jr. This list because this is the first thing they gave me. Miracle Jr. doesn't go by his full name in promotional materials. Instead, he has shortened it to Miracle Jr. Miracle Jr. is a televangelist who is part of the Miracle Network. He used to have a show that aired on local access across many stations in the northeastern United States. According to a website called Clergy Watch, he was exposed and subsequently charged with conspiracy to defraud the public in 1979 when he claimed to heal someone in a wheelchair. A news expose revealed it was his wife Edith's sister in disguise. The author also mentions that Edith had a bit of a checkered past herself, but doesn't clarify. He has since lost his television show and instead goes on tour across the southern United States, where he was not well known before the scandal. Televangelist. Wife Edith. Sketchy. He's like a preacher. I was trying because I'm looking at the jobs that are on the options. There's preacher, I'm pretty sure. You have a website for the Miracle Network, a production company run by the Miracle Roottrees estate. It's quite bare bones, but has the following blurb. Witness the testimonies of the Miracle's Roottree. Miracle Roottree arrived so late in his mother's life that the doctors swore he wouldn't survive his first year. His mother and father lies, and Gwyneth named him Miracle. Okay. Miracle Jr. and Miracle the Third. And we're gonna put preacher. Are they all preachers? I'll put them all as preachers because they're all fucking. If they're all named the same, they are fucking preachers. And then Edith and what's that? Okay. So we have. Let me look at my journal. Clancy Edward. We have Miracle. None of these make sense. They don't line up. What the fuck were the names before? The names must have changed. Well, they said that, but so maybe the original names are what matches up with their names, because these names kind of don't match up. Miracle, or maybe he has a different name and he just goes by Miracle, right? But Clancy Edward, CE. Nothing in there had CE. Okay, well, whatever. We have 9. We have to find 9. We have all this evidence. This is what we just got. We are on the internet. Okay. His mother and father, Elias and Gwyneth, named him Miracle because they thought him impossible. He was younger than his brothers and sisters by over 14 years. With the birth that late, the final child of his generation was nearly torn apart by countless health problems, but still, with the power of God on his side, he persevered. He triumphed over these complications and even regained his height. Yes, he regained his height. He regained his sight to spread the healing word of the Almighty. 22 years later, Miracle Roottrees Jr. arrived and became the famous family's second vessel for the higher power. At 18, he unburdened himself from the Roottrees name and took his father's testimony to a whole new level. Via the power of television, Miracle Jr. spread the gospel across the entirety of New England. He has since left the life of glamour and glitz behind to reach those places that need it most. The power of the Lord coming to a town near you. Below the blurb is fire about the tour, which is in your evidence. Okay. So now we will go to evidence and we'll look at this. Summer of 96, Miracle the Third and his wife Nicole. I did not think that was gonna do it. Ooh, that's so fun. One more. No, that's it. And his wife Nicole. Oh fuck, there's 2 Nicoles. So who did I not get? So you're probably just student. You're probably that one. Okay, let's go back to this one. Witness the power of the Lord in the Summer 96 Three Generations of Miracles tour featuring testimony from world famous Miracle Jr. and special appearance from Miracle Roottrees in his 68th year on God's earth. Children now welcome. Celebrate with your pastor, Miracle Third, and his wife, Nicole. Rainbow, rainbow. The flyer for the Three Generations of Miracles tour, the flyer is a few years old. It comes from 1996. Names listed are Miracle Jr., said blah, blah, blah. Okay, youth pastors. Okay. Now is where it gets toughy. We gotta look at these old ass pictures. Laura's diary contains some labeled pictures. This is the 5 pieces. Caption: the picture was famous in our house. Pop even had it framed. That's him on the left. That's what she calls her dad. It was taken in 1935 to celebrate the move to the new warehouse that Eli Jr. designed. Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo since Miracle was in it, and the 3 of us were all about the same age. We were told only the 5 pieces, which really didn't go over well, to say the least. Eventually, I suppose to stop the tantrums, they posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. Morden. I'll look up Mordelin and Gwendolyn. I found out years later that they never even took a second photo. So this is the 5 pieces. Let's go back. We might lock in a couple people. Pop on the left. Oh, we're locked in. I've only been recording for 11 minutes. I'm locked in. Done. Oh.
You're listening to WRTG. It's time for your headlines. Once an hour, every hour, on the 45. It's a bizarre development to an already tragic tale. In the wake of the accident that took his life, some of Carl Rootree's belongings have apparently gone missing. Most notably, a framed photo of the Roottree family from the mid-1970s.
I'm gonna eat a brownie from work.
On his office wall. We interviewed a local psychologist about who would do such a thing and why. For that article, search online for WRTD News. Again, that's
WRTD News. We're gonna link that up in a second. Brownie! I'm so excited. I deserve it. I've been locking in so many characters. 12 minutes in? I'm cooking. Okay. Right, that's true. Right. Let's see. This one hasn't been verified? Am I tripping? That doesn't make sense. What is he then? Singer? I don't think there's a singer. That doesn't make sense. How is he not logged? How did I not realize earlier that he wasn't logged? Oh, whoa. Whoa. Probably a dollar. Right. She's not in that picture. Okay. Pause. Dude, but they're gorgeous in the same way, but she's blonde. It has to be her. Because she has a star. And we already confirmed this one, so. Wow. Actor. I forgot her name. Oh, she's here. Gwen. I did have something. Hold on. I'm talking to myself in my head. I don't know. Maybe if I don't think I'll put the. Oh my god. By searching for variations of Gwen Roottrees, you came across some mentions of a marriage to Wild Bill Williams. They divorced for the birth of their second child. So she has 2 kids. Bill Williams was the leading man of some non-returnable movies in the 1950s. He appeared in an adventure movie called Fortune Favors the Grave, which has yet to be released for home audiences, and you don't find any additional information. He was known for his good looks and off-screen romances, specifically with blondes. He was married 4 different times to 4 different actresses. There's a famous Hollywood rumor that he even approached Marilyn Monroe at a party, and she was already aware of his reputation. Did you know trivia? Wild Bill grew up in Paris, France. He returned there often. Highlight this. Ex-husband to Hottie Win. Okay. But that's not his name. Yeah, 2 kids. Okay. Is mom a blondie, man? I don't know. And is mom the blood relative? Oh yeah, it has to. It could also be a guy. Wait. No, mom is girl. Mom is blood relative. Dad is random. Who took mom's name? I do remember that. Okay, let's look through the evidence a bit more. This looks easy. This photo has a note attached from your employer. Here's a bonus. When I pulled the water damage picture of the free spirits out of the frame, this fell out too. Written on the back of the photos, couldn't make the reunion and wish you well from Paris, Gwen, and the boys. Let's add. You look older. I need to look something up. Boy trouble. I remember something in my notes. Oh, something stupid. I should control F and look it up in here. Damn, dude, I should have been separating it. Whatever. It's somewhere in here. Brother trouble. Brother Trouble was a 1989 sitcom about 2 16-year-old brothers, the same age, one adopted, played by Tommy Mark Sheridan and Justin Christopher Baker. Their single mother, played by stand-up Penelope Tessa Green, often had to navigate her job as a magazine columnist, as well as the troubles that come with raising 2 boys who were extremely competitive in sports, academics, and even a romantic pursuit of their next-door neighbor, Roxy. The showrunner was small screen director Ron Roottrees. The show had strong ratings through the entirety of season 1, rocketing both Sheridan and Baker into instant stardom, mostly amongst the teenage girl demographic. However, it was cancelled in 1991 midway through the second season due to a significant drop-off in ratings. I forgot to look at the radio station. Okay. I don't know who he is though. And we're gonna look up this name. Wait, no. Start from the bottom. Was the head of RR Productions. Is he the one that tried to kick someone else out of the family? He directed episodes of a few other shows before showing and creating a one season hit Brother Trouble. The show was canceled. Okay. Justin Christopher Baker is often abbreviated DCB by his teenage fans since leaving Brother Trouble. He has appeared in a few straight-to VHS movies that adapt classic literature to a family audience with minor success. The most popular was Jane Eyre. Which reimagined the Charlotte Bronte novel as a high school romance with a focus on skateboarding. He doesn't seem to be associated with the Roottrees. What's his thing? Okay. Penelope Tessa Green is a retired comedian. There's a result for the Laugh Lounge, a club in Reno that claims Penelope got her stand-up start and first did her famously raunchy breast milk cheese routine in the 80s before she was on TV star on Brother Trouble. I suck at reading. The site claims she retired for the birth of her first child, but still makes yearly appearances for fundraisers doing more family-friendly material. You find a picture labeled Joe Calander 1987, as well as a different picture labeled Jack watching one of his mother's charity event sets 1984. Both have been added to your evidence. There's a part of the family somehow. Gotta highlight her name. Comedian, Son, Jack, and baby. Choke. But I don't know how she's married in, so don't know. Okay. That was nice, this one. Jack and Baby and Penelope. Okay. WRTD radio. We're gonna look that up real quick. Oh my god, I know I'm all over the place. News local investigators jazz radio station during their segments, 45 minutes on the hour. They have been talking about the plane crash this most recent hour. They also talk about a picture taken from during the interview. It's revealed there wasn't a break-in. Instead, someone with the key to the office took the picture after discovering the pipes burst due to the recent storm. This means it was likely someone close to the family who was aware of the photo's history and wanted to save it. The psychologist, however, also goes on to posit the culprit had an alternate agenda, specifically because nobody in the family has come forward to say that they have it in their possession. A comment below the article says, "Don't believe their lies. This is just another instance of the Roottrees curse being real. Being a real true thing. I bet you Carl was murdered and the picture had evidence on it." There's a long, rambly conspiracy website with very small, very red text on a black background that says that the Roottrees are cursed. Has been very recently updated with the following important update: With Carl and Brenda and the girls, this makes 5 new deaths. Not only that, but 3 of the 5 presidents of the Roottrees company have died mysteriously. They say Guy's car was hit by a drunk driver in 1982, but nobody was arrested. Then Ernie Matson Jr. stepped down. Was he poisoned? Now, just this week, Carl died in a plane crash. Okay. Not that the way they die matters. I'm just writing it down. Carl Root. Plain. There's another entry that claims if you connect the dots in the pattern of the 5 pieces, Rapper creates a Mayan ruby skull. A secret message meant to subliminally scare people away. The post before that has a link to a site that talks about how Earth has 4 corners simultaneous 4 daytime cubes. The author of the site seems to agree. An entry from a few months ago claims that the owner of the site received an email from Chris Raff, 75, part of JUS, asking him to take down his site with fake proof that Ernie Matson Jr. actually had a heart condition and wasn't poisoned. The owner claims that although the proof looks quite credible, he knows that the proof was fake because he's an expert at creating fake evidence. The first entry is from 1986 and it has a blurry picture of the Roottrees company factory seemingly taken by the website's author from behind a fence and through some trees. It seems that Operation RT-29 is real. I witnessed a helicopter land February 29, 1996. Website footer says All Images and Ideas by Thomas Overward. Oh no, I did not mean to look that up. I'll look this up for fun. Symbol of death, and the alleged proof is a blurred picture of a reddish shape that is supposedly a cave painting from South America. According to legend, discovered beneath the painting were bones from hundreds of different people and animals. One site also mentions that the photographer who took the picture died when their boat capsized after crashing into a skull-shaped rock amongst the spinning skull gifts. You find no sources of or verifiable details to back up any photos or claims. To you, the blurry photo looks more like an egg than a skull. Okay. And we're gonna look up this. You find more conspiracy websites. Some people out there claim that the Roottrees are changing the candy recipe to include more and more chemicals and that this was done in cooperation with bad actors from an unknown government. They claim that due to a loophole in the calendar, it is possible to get away with kneeling any crime on a leap day, as long as it isn't discovered until after the day is over, and that every 4 years on a leap year, the Roottrees company hosts a meeting with foreign agents to conspire to poison our children. Their proof is that Roottrees candies contain polyglycerol polyracilate, an ingredient of the candy that wasn't there when it first released. They claim it is added in an attempt to addict people and eventually induce mind control. The website claims to sell pills that counteract this effect for children that have already eaten Roottrees candy in the past. You do initial research for blah blah blah, and it seems to be an emulsifier in chocolate approved by the FDA and widely used across many products. Oh. Wow. This photo was tucked inside an envelope with the letter beneath the candle in the corner of his office. The letter says, to Carl and Brenda, I'm sorry that you were unable to attend the funeral. It's traditional to have it as soon as possible, and Ernie, more than anyone else on earth, knew how busy your job can be. I've enclosed a Shiva candle identical to ours if you'd like to pay your respects, though it's not expected for those outside the faith to do so. Ernie was a man full of love, not only for his family, but for his family's legacy. He had an immense amount of pride for the work you 3 did together, as well as how Carl has carried on for him after taking over. As for myself, it is impossible to express my gratitude enough for rescuing us from the panic and burden of endless bills. Though we caught it too late for him to get on the donor list, the company took care of us beyond our wildest expectations. It went unsaid at the time, but Ernie and I knew it had to have been Carl that convinced us to trust, and that it was no coincidence that it happened shortly after your visit, Brenda. Up until the end, Ernie and I had to stay strong, especially for Nicole's sake. We could never have done that much with the two of you fighting for us. Much love, Debbie. So look at this hack I'm about to do. Deborah Bean. She's the only one with that last name. Fuck! I was looking for Nicole. Let's see if I got Nicole's other name. Damn it, I thought I was gonna do big moves. Okay. I'm taking it in. I'm wondering if Ernie is... Ernie Madsen Jr.? I'm gonna just highlight it. I think it is. Madsen Jr. I would say 4th president. Daughter Nicole. Wife Deborah. Deb. So this is supposed to be Nicole and Deborah. Okay, let's just go for it. Lauren's diary contains some labeled pictures. This is the next generation. Caption: an attempt to recapture the spirit of the 5-piece photo with our generation. For old time's sake, we gathered on the warehouse floor. I wanted Eli to stand all the way to the left, since to me he looked a lot like Pop did in the old one, but I was outvoted by my brothers. They insisted the 4 of us stand together, and so we clumped up in the middle and let everyone feel turned behind and in front of us. I'm guessing these. The only one too good to make an appearance was Gwen. We have that Paris picture. Grandma insisted we include Sam, even if we don't want to. Is that Grandma? And this is Sam? I also didn't think it was fair Miracle made it in, since he's technically a 5-piece. I guess my inner child still holds a grudge even after all these years. So this is Miracle. I guess it's Miracle Jr. Let's see. We have that one and the one with the tie. He had 2 kids. It's Lauren. Wait. That's Lauren's POV I'm reading? Hold on, I need to make sure. Pop, yes. This is Lauren's POV. This is Lauren. Hold on. I'm cooking. I heard 3 brothers. But I don't know who they are. I know they ordered they'd be in either, so it's just a guess. I'm trying to think, because I was looking at the pictures and I remembered Penelope Lady has 2 kids. I mean, just 2 kids, so could be this one or this one. Or I'm feeling this one. Because she's a comedian. Hold on. I think she's a comedian, and it wouldn't make sense. I don't know what's going on in this family side yet. So I feel like that makes sense. Dude, I don't know what this girl is. God damn it. What is he? Okay. Would they take Roottrees? Uh, student. Play out. Okay. Going back to evidence. He looked a lot like Pop did in the last one. I'm guessing it's the blonde one in the back, because her dad's the blonde one. That's him on the left, blonde. Yeah. Eli looks the most like that, but I don't know what Eli looks like. I mean, I don't know where in the group Eli would be. Wait. There's an Elias Jr. There's different Eliases. God damn it. Well, he's one of these. And then he had a junior. So he has to be the youngest. The way he looks younger. Wait. Hold on. Dude, I'm thinking so much that I'm not thinking at all. The four of us stand together, so yes. Okay, so yes. Yes, I'm right. That's them. Yes. But he had an Eli Jr.? Okay, but what if he's just one of the Eli's and then the other Eli had an Eli Jr. on the other side? Right. Hold on. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm clicking in my head. Because Elias Madsen Jr. Oh, this is not Elias. This is Ernie. Oh my god, dude. I'm tripping. Yeah. Tripping balls, bro. Oh my god. Sam. Well, I know those four are related, and then... Is that grandma? I guess that's meant to be grandma. There's no extra picture of her. So that one, this is that redhead in the back then. Oh my god. Let's continue. This photo has a note attached from your employer. Every 20 years or so, 20 or so years, the Roottrees would hold a big reunion and recreate an old family photo. This is one from the 70s, and Carl's the teenager in the middle. What way is that face? So as long as they're not locked in, the pictures will still show up. Okay, whatever. Back to the evidence. Sorry for about the water damage. A pipe burst in Carl's office. Are they holding hands? Where'd you come from? Nisara. These are all white people. Where'd this baby come from? On the back of the photo in childish print writing, it says November. There are also a large number of cursive signatures. They include 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they didn't include her, so she's November. Jesus Christ. Clark. You? This is Sam. What the fuck? Gwyneth, and Gwendolyn. Dude, I'm so lost. Dude, I am so lost. This is way down the line. Okay, this is like... This is this. Hat, fucking tie. Eli. And then you're the one next to him. He wouldn't be a junior. He'd probably be Elias M. Oh my god, finally. Woo! Yes. Yes! Ah! Ah! Yeah! Yeah! Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, what the heck?
So, you may have heard the news. Some of Carl's things have gone missing. That includes the pictures and mail I brought you earlier. I promise I didn't steal it.
Mm-hmm.
But I did borrow it. I'll return it once we're done. Let me deal with my family in the meantime. Oh, I guess that means I've officially confessed.
You are a Roottrees.
I'm a Roottrees.
Jesus Christ.
I assure you I have a reasonable explanation for the secrecy.
This party is
I'm
so
about to
good.
do something big the family doesn't approve of. If you could just wait a little bit longer, I'll tell you more, in person. I'll return after 15 more blood relatives.
Okay, hold on. Oh, sure. Who the F is Carolyn? Okay. That's as much as I can figure out right now. We know she's November. We know all these other people are randoms. But here, that's all I've got at the moment, so I'm gonna have to jump for this one. This was buried under a ton of other mail that Carl left in his inbox. Add a handwritten note attached that seemed personal. It was a flyer about a candidate for local office, Stephanie Jones. On the back is an expert from a newspaper article about the Butler County Times about her campaign. Stephanie may have grown up in an unconventional family, to say the least, but in her words, it was still full of love. And now, 22 years later, with a baby of her own due around Christmas, her message for voters is simply love is our future. The handwritten note says, Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she could use the publicity. Your daughter Spring, don't let our conflicts spread to the next generation, CM. I don't know. No, because that would be a white baby. Oh, this doesn't make sense. They're saying she had an unfortunate way to grow up. This one's fine. I feel like it's this one. Because they got divorced and she got remarried. They got divorced, then whoever got remarried, and they adopted her, and what the ooh, oh, she's probably married to somebody else. Yeah, hold on, let me look that up. I need to look her up. Because her husband, she probably took her husband's name. You learn from an election results page that Stephanie Jones, a candidate for city council, won her campaign on election day about a month ago. You find no mention of the Roottrees in any articles about her. Stephanie has also has a very bare bones website for her campaign. It is simply a picture of her campaign mailer, and underneath it says, be sure to read the full-time article in the Butler County Times. Local paper. A side note, a video game called The Roottrees Are Dead was once set in Butler County, and it turns out the creator never lived in or near Butler County or even had any connection. The most recent one shows Stephanie Jones has a small report detailing the election results from last month's election. Stephanie apparently won her election. You also find the full version of the newspaper clipping on the back of the campaign mailer. Well, most of it isn't important. You do find the following: Stephanie Jones, born Stephanie Landon. Until her marriage to local business owner Brian Jones. Has lived in Butler County her whole life. Stephanie grew up in a home without a father with my mother and her partner, and essentially had an entirely female influence, though she is a distant cousin of the Roottrees. Her mother, Caroline, a local artist who has appeared on the front page of the Butler County Times in the past. She is the only Caroline, so we're gonna do artist. Okay. Has appeared on the front page of blah, 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 has often come out opposed to the corporation's policies regarding deforestation of indigenous trees to expand their maple farms. Like my mother, I'm not a fighter. I want to bring love to the world. We're gonna look up Caroline Morden. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it could be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Both of them are boys. And these are all them. Maybe? Like, cause, okay. The last name Morden. Everybody minus Caroline, there's 3, 4. So it could be like 1, 2, 3, 4? Or 1. No, that's a straight up Roottrie. They probably are Roottrees as well. I feel like it's them. And the name got passed on to somebody. I don't know. The wife? Like a wife, one of these partners, husband? I don't know. Whatever, I'm just trying to make sense of it. Caroline, what the fuck was it? Morden. You find a cover story about local art installations, including one by Caroline Morden. There isn't much about Caroline as a person. This is mostly a listing of art in Butler County. She seems to get top billing. Accompanying the story, there's an image of I already lost. There's an image of Caroline standing beside a large metal sculpture of a mermaid. It is captioned Caroline standing next to her sculpture Atlantis Burden. The sculpture is one of her many works featured in her upcoming book Self-Portrait Art and the Beauty of Women. According to the quote further down, Atlantis Burden is meant to symbolize a society split by indecision over whether women should be equals or something to protect. The picture on the front page has been added to your evidence. Caroline is listed all over that. She seems to be associated with the movement PF flag. An organization founded in the 70s, the acronym stands for Parents and Friends of Lesbians and Gays. So she is. She is a winner who loves winning. On this one, I'm gonna look up. And her name is Caroline Morden. Maybe it came out. In 1987, off-chord large art photography sculpture dedicated to Eloise, and Stephanie. Eloise is her. Because that's Stephanie. I'm so smart. Mostly black and white pictures of Caroline's art. The centerpiece is a series of full-color nude self-portraits at different ages, stretching from 25 to 30. They certainly have not been added to your evidence. In the intro, Caroline talks about influences. She was one of the youngest in her generation, and in her late teens, she felt betrayed when her sister Gwendolyn and cousin Bonnie gave up on dreams. See? I was right about the last name. That some of the kids would have it. That makes sense. And I don't know about because there's 4. So maybe one of them was a guy and then the girl got the name. Wait, let me check. James or Sakurai. Yeah, and either one of them could have given it to the wife. Yeah. And cousin Bonnie settle for boring men. She especially dislikes her brother-in-law, Dr. Wilson, who she calls completely bogus. The marriage just led to her to double down on her passions, art, and the environment. She even married a man who was the opposite of boring, which was an overcorrection. She comes out strongly against the Roottrees company effects on the local environment and rues how she was not able to convince her father, Zach, to make changes to the policy. She also explains that her marriage to Mark led to the most volatile moments in her life, all negative, and that the only good thing he ever gave her was a daughter. Leaving them all behind for good has pushed her to pursue her true love, art, and the beauty of women. And then this is Mark. Oh, and I got a picture. Right. Oh, she is beautiful. This image that accompanied the story about local art in the Butler County Times. It is captioned Caroline standing next to her sculpture Atlantis Burden. The sculpture is one of the many works featured in her upcoming book. Okay. I have a picture of Caroline. Or maybe... Cousin Bonnie. So one of these is Bonnie. Damn it. I don't know. What is that? But I think the latest picture has to be the big one, no? I don't know. No, because look. This is her original picture. And this is her was older. But then Clark just has older and the extras are younger. I don't know. No, that's right. But I don't know if she counts up. No, she is a blood relative. They're not. Spouses are not blood relatives, but the kids are. Right. Okay. Gotta go back in. Notes 1953 complaints. An entry entitled Complaints from Lauren Roottrees. Oh my god, I don't know why I keep reading everything wrong. Diary written in 1953. This entry seems to focus specifically on one of Lauren's family members, Gwen, who is on the notable Roottrees list. It seems everyone has something to complain about. Gwen, as an only child, complained of loneliness. I told her that being expected to watch after 3 younger brothers didn't feel like a blessing, but it fell on deaf ears. During the summer where I went to stay with her and Aunt Margot, I don't know. Every time I get 3. I'm like, if only I knew this fucking baby's name. She's the daughter of somebody. I'm thinking about that November. Think about November. She is the daughter of somebody. Went back to it. I hope she would be the sister I never had, and that I'd do the same for her. I even tried to dye my hair blonde to fit in with the 2 of them. What a mess. But she just complained to her. I was the lucky cousin. Now she's off living the glamorous life while I'm stuck here with Clark. I must admit, seeing her everywhere contributes to my unhappiness. Her visage stares at me. Even now, from my coffee table, she gets to be in starlit and tell tales of how she gallivants around the world, kissing the likes of Harrison Lane and Wild Bill Williams. She's the first Roottrees woman to be anything other than a housewife, and I am jealous. If I were not a single mother, could I make my own way in this world? But I'm off topic. A girl with all the luck in the world was jealous of me, and now, though I have been undoubtedly burdened by terrible tragedy, I am also lucky to be born into a family that can support me for eternity. I can raise a child without worry. Unlike countless of other widows, if any of them were to hear me complaining, they would rightfully scoff just like I do at Gwen. Yeah. So Mama is Blondie from that old picture. And daughter was the oldest. And she is a housewife. Everybody else was a housewife before that daughter. That didn't work. Louise. Mm. 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 That journal is unlocking a lot of stuff for me. Mm. Hold on. Think about something. Like Junior. Look at that. I'm sorry I have a lies in here. I remember writing architect earlier. What? Yeah, I was just sorry. Like the first thing I did. Second cousin of Carl, Ernie. He's somewhere here, Ernie Jr. I have one. Hold on. She called him Bob. Ah! Damn. I don't know. I think this is it for this episode. I've unlocked one and I filled in a couple more pieces, but I think that's it. I'm stumped. Or read through this a little more. Dynasty. An entry titled Dynasty from Lauren Roottrees' diary written in 1958 focuses on the date her grandfather Elias announced he would step down as president of the Roottrees Candy Company and the meeting to determine his successor. I wish I had been a fly on the wall that day. Clancy told me that everyone got quite heated. Granddad was furious none of his son would take over as president, but that's what he had for holding on to it so long, with architects, preachers, and lawyers. Yeah. I know. I already knew that. Nobody's got time for candy, so with the 5 pieces refusing to step up, it came down to us next gens. Pop argued at length that the company should stay with our branch of the family since we still have the Roottrees name. I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he's the one who was volunteered. Instead, it ended up going to Zach. Even though his surname doesn't match the candy, he's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. I'm not sure how that's relevant to running a company, but Granddad has always had very particular views when it comes to his bloodline. I asked Clancy if it ever came up that a woman could take over. After all, Angie's older than Zach. And I'm next oldest of us all, but he just laughed. I'll never forget the cuss words Pop used when he told Ma it wouldn't go to us. Mother, even the quick-witted, at least with catty remarks, countered back. Maybe they wanted it to go to the only member of the family who looks like he samples the products. Your mama's a bitch. Where's your mama? Sarah's a bitch. Jesus Christ. It's like, James? You married to James? So she's a girl. Oh, but Gwendolyn is her sister. And Bonnie. Hudson. Christopher. Guy Hudson. Bonnie. I'm guessing that's what it is. Because earlier it said that Caroline was upset with her sister and her cousin Bonnie for settling with stinky butthole men. Unless I'm on the wrong side. And these ones are over here. But I think that's right, though. No, this is definitely right. I don't know. No, I feel like that's wrong. I feel like this is wrong. Angelica and this is right. This is right. This is wrong, though. Morden. But James? No. Like, who is James? Dad. Yeah. I guess. We're gonna read through the last couple pages, and then that's it for this video. Okay. An entry titled Sam from Lauren Roottrees' diary, written in 1963. From a previous entry, you learn that Elias Roottree had given in to his wife and announced that Sam, an obscure relative, was to be included in family gatherings. Gwyneth had been pushing to include Sam for quite some time. Lauren writes, "Why Sam? I have many distant relatives I've never met. After all, Granny had sisters and Granddad had a brother or two, but I was told trim the branches from the family tree. So why is Sam special? Nothing adds up, and I'm not the only one to realize." Angie summoned all of the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Gwen's in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracle's voice, spent ages trying to unravel the mystery. I didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's weddings to Patsy last year. Patsy? Uncle Junior. I don't know. It could be either or. I don't know which one. Damn it. Okay. Roottrie Elias Jr. I'm gonna look that up. I'm looking him up. I don't know. He's listed alongside an old residence that has been preserved called the Hunched-Top House. You attempted to find more information about the man in the building, but come up empty. Goddamn. He's the oldest son, I already know that. Uncle Junior to Patsy. So it has to be... Yes, it's him who married a Patsy. At the reception, when I asked who Sam was, Pop shushed me and said it was complicated. Clancy swore he saw Sam working alongside the farmhands, EC and John, when he used to drive past the old Anderson farm on his way to work. Upon hearing that, Zach checked the records and managed to confirm all three are on the books. Eli, Miracle's Miracle's youngest, not my brother, even chimed in. Eli, Miracle, not my brother. She has an Eli. Oh my god. Eli, Miracle's youngest son. Yes, I already have that one. Fuck me. Fuck it. I'm desperate. Are you November? There's no way she's November. I'm gonna look up Eliasm. And that's it. I don't know. I already have that, so it doesn't matter. Apparently, when he was riding the mini bike alongside the farm a few weeks ago, Sam gave him some old tools and taught him how to make the bike's engine faster. None of us think that proper for a multitude of reasons, but Eli certainly seemed thrilled. At the end of the day, nothing explains why an outsider has cozied into family affairs, especially one who works on the farm of all places. Whatever happened to blood is thicker than syrup? Why is Granddad making an exception now? Because Sam is blood, not syrup. Clark, one of the final entries called Clark from Lauren Roottrees' diary, written in 1964. Clark's getting married, and in my opinion, far too young. He's barely 18, for God's sake, and Danielle is much older. But she's not a blood relative, doesn't matter. Oh. Chris. I'm gonna look up Chris in a second. But openly confronting them would make me a hypocrite. After all, Jacob and I got married at 16. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than any one person can spend? They all aspire to be musicians, artists, and dancers of all sorts of nonsense. Bruh. And that's it for today. I'm done. You got some like Prince Daniel. Hey, I was right! Zachariah was right. Awesome. So, since I did not lock on Patricia Jones, it is that one. Okay, finish reading the diary. The only one who had any discipline is Carl, but that's because Pop first forced Clancy to send him to the academy. The only one who has discipline is Carl, but that's because Pop forced Clancy. I just don't know what he does, but he's Clancy for sure. Maybe I'm just getting old, but our generation was never so bad. My brothers all seemed to pursue paths of knowledge, and the most rebellious thing any one of us ever did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. I don't know. I don't know. I wish I could take it off. Oh wait, I can. I'm gonna take it off. It's good to know that's in their family. Wait, I should. Maybe that way I can remind myself. Okay. Pop seemed to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. And as for me, my first published books, Swashbuckle My Heart, is based on the pirate stories I used to invent with Jacob when we were walking in the woods after school. I think he'd be proud that Clark and I are carrying on his name. Even my cousins are doing well. Zach's not as bad, but president after all, and his sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Gwen is Gwen, but at least she came out of the divorce with her head held high. She even told us she might come home next year so we can meet her kids. But the free spirits in any other family, they'd all end up on the streets, even Clark. Well, my brain is fried, and I'm done. Bye.
For those of you just joining us, the Roottrees are dead.